Welcome to the Real Estate Espresso Podcast, your morning shot of what's new in the world of real estate investing. I'm your host, Victor Menashe. On the Real Estate Espresso Podcast, I love to answer your questions. If you have a question you think is going to be of broad interest, send it in. I'll answer it live on the air. Send your questions to victor@victorjm.com. That's victor@victorjm.com. On today's show, we're looking at the drivers for housing demand. There are lots and lots of market segments that are often overlooked. The individual drivers represent quite different causes for very specific housing needs. Unless you pay close attention to the specific needs, you're going to be always stuck in the world of average, making decisions based on market averages and merely getting average results, which frankly is not that great. The more you know about your potential customers, the better you can target the offer to the needs of your customers. People make a number of life decisions that change their demand for housing. Housing is so much more than just a dry roof over your head. Children grow up and move out on their own. Some will move to be walking distance from a university. Maybe they'll lose their job and move back home. The decision to get married and start a family. Sometimes it's the decision to end a relationship. People sometimes move due to the loss of a loved one. They move to escape persecution. They move for employment. They could move because of a health reason. They sometimes move to create a fresh start. They might move to care for an ailing family member. They could move to be closer to friends. They could move to be close to the action. Maybe to be closer to recreation. They could move to get away from the pace of the city. They might move to save money. Some will move to create the home of their dreams. They might move to make room for a growing family. They might move to start a garden, or they might move because they're tired of caring for a garden. They might move to have a home that can be left empty during periods of extended travel. Every one of these reasons could bring specific housing requirements unique to the reason for moving. The averages are a fog that make it impossible to see what's really happening at a tangible, granular level. If you're looking at 5% vacancy rate in the marketplace, that number could obscure what's happening in each of these specific market segments. You have no idea whether there's a shortage of housing within walking distance of the university if you're stuck in market averages. You don't know if there's a surplus of 3 and 4 bedroom units and a shortage of 1 and 2 bedroom units. The more you know about the specific needs of your clients, the better you can market to them. Someone with health problems might not be able to navigate steps and would prefer a single-story home. The averages tell you nothing about the homes with stairs or houses that don't have stairs. If you're looking at canceling a commercial office lease and working from a home office to save money, you may in fact need a larger home and still in total save some money. The averages tell you very little about the suitability of a property for a specific customer. When you understand who your target customer is, you can better package the final product. The features of the finished product can be tailored to meet the specific needs of that customer. If your target is families with aging parents, a separate accessory suite might be the perfect feature. The market might have 5% vacancy overall, but absolutely zero vacancy for properties with a secondary suite. Averages are for businesses that don't care about their customers. When you go to the average grocery store for average customers and buy a head of lettuce, they know how many head of lettuce they'll sell on each day, on average. They know how many cases of Coca-Cola they'll sell each day. They're completely anonymous transactions, and they don't know or care who's buying it. But when you go to Whole Foods and you give your Amazon Prime number for a discount, they know that if you bought a head of kale, you're probably going to buy tofu. They know you're probably not going to buy a Coke, and they know where you live. There's a level of detailed knowledge about your customer that few other businesses have. And that's the reason why Amazon continues to grow so quickly and virtually dominate every segment they choose to enter. They dominate because they know their customers so much better than anybody else. So what is the average real estate investor to do? Well, by all means, don't be average. As you're thinking about that, have an awesome rest of your day. Get to know your customers. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.